For those of us who seek entertainment at the expense of dark Disney, Florida provides in spectacular fashion and in spades. They are losing their right to self-governance in the Sunshine State, and they have no one to blame but themselves and the wokies. For those of you in the dark, this goat fuck, which by the way was more avoidable than 9/11, started last year when Florida had this new bill proposed or passed. The Parental Rights and Education Bill, known alternatively by the mental midgets and pinko retards like Mark Hamill as the Don't Say Gay Bill. The alphabet activists and wokies took extreme umbrage with it. It was intended to address some parental concerns pertaining to what is being taught to children in school. I guess some parents did not fancy the idea of their children being brainwashed into believing they should go through genital mutilation at the hands of commie cultists. Disney, like some villain who felt slighted, vowed through Bob Paycheck to change this outcome by attempting to influence the politics of the situation. DeSantis countered by vowing, like a wronged lawman, to have their special privileges revoked, and like a hero of old, he followed through, the absolute fucking mad lad. Join Rapture, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not that particularly fond of Ron DeSantis, mainly because of his stance on red flag laws. But Disney is more than long overdue for some flogging. We've seen them ruin many of things we loved growing up, and endured slander at the hands of their stars and employees, both undeservedly. So pardon me if instead of feeling bad for these pricks, I opt to watch with popcorn in hand and laugh at their misfortune while pointing at them. They had the audacity, the sheer fucking gall and cheek, to try and enforce California values onto Floridians as if they are some imperialist superpower, which is ironic considering how much progressives love to say they vehemently loathe imperialism and empires. I guess that changes when there is a different socio-political opinion or disagreement, or Japan is involved. In addition to this, we've had to watch as this self-righteous court has acted all high and mighty as they talk down to us blue-collar people and non-rich people, their values, while at the same time, these cunts court business with a totalitarian regime who put people in concentration camps, literally. They force women they struggle snuggle women in these camps. They force them to have their tubes tied. They probably force them to get abortions. They force Muslims to drink alcohol and consume pork, which is against their religion. Now, they have no problem doing business with fucking that, but a normal average American who does not share their political opinions, they dehumanize and slander constantly. It's very fucking hypocritical. But, yeah. So they're getting what they deserve. So I think it's past time they learn to fear the idea of losing American people's money even more, as well as some money from other places, as well as losing confidence in their own fucking survival. Now, while I'm under no delusion that this will ruin Disney, I'm too secure in this reality to believe that. But I will enjoy watching them squirm in the aftermath of this conflict, where they fared worse than Thomas Jane in a skirmish with Kevin Nash. I'm hoping this could lead to, God willing, to them suffering some real ramifications, where one day Disney is little more than a bad but distant memory in the recollection of the human race, of just a boy with a dream. And we can move on to more important concerns, like deciding whether or not we should outlaw Marvel popcorn flicks or transition California to a statewide prison. That's the video. Have a nice day, and remember the game was rigged from the start.